to my channel. Today we are coffee dyeing paper. I know there are tons of videos on the internet about it, but today I wanted to try something a little different and we'll see how the results are. I'll tell you how it works, how it doesn't work, what effects I like, all the things. So let's get to it. So I've seen on the internet people use instant coffee. And since instant coffee is absolutely disgusting, I don't have any in my home. So I'm using regular coffee, dark roast, probably more coffee than water, which is hard to believe, but I did put a lot of coffee in it. And so we're going to try to do this. I have already coffee dyed this piece of paper. You can't tell, but I mean, I guess you can when I put it next to the white paper. But it's not as dark as I want it, so I'm going to see if I can use this new technique that I've learned and hopefully get it a little darker and maybe do some stenciling, that kind of thing. So from what I've seen on the internet... Okay, sorry about that. My children were needing me. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but we are gonna coffee dye some paper today, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, let's get to it. Oh, that's right. I was talking about how I don't have any instant coffee. I'm just gonna use regular coffee. It's piping hot. I don't have patience today. I'm sorry. My kids are, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I have to do with the time that I have to do things, and right now is the time, and I don't have time for this coffee to wait. So, let's get to it. So, I have this, I guess it's like a sponge brush that I just got from the Dollar Tree, and we're just gonna brush the coffee. It doesn't look very dark, honestly. Okay, that's a little better. You want to make sure to get the entire page wet with coffee. Now, I've done this in the past. Obviously, just putting paper in a bowl with coffee and, staining it that way and letting it air dry. But today, I'm actually going to put it on a baking sheet that has some interesting diamond shapes on it to see if I can get my coffee paper to stain like that. I really want it to have that diamond wrinkled effect. And I'll show you guys the end results in this video. So don't worry about that. Just stay tuned to the end and we'll see how it all plays out. Alright, that's nice and saturated. So we're going to turn it over. Carefully do this. Now, I don't know how it's going to work with regular, like regular coffee grinds. Hopefully it works out. If it doesn't work out, I will be doing another video tomorrow after I've had time to go to the store and get some instant coffee. So, no worries there. We will get the desired effect at some points. I would go today, but my husband has my car and forgot the car seats, so I'm not able to go to the store, which I don't need anything, so that's all good there. Alright, we're just going to set this piece to the side until I'm ready to go take it over there. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. That doesn't look very dark to me, but maybe it will. Maybe I can do it more than once. I'm not sure. We'll find out though. I've heard to bake it at bake it. Yeah. Bake it at 250 for about 10 minutes or so. And we'll see how that works out. I'm just adding coffee to the paper, making sure there's no white left behind. Unless you like that effect. Sometimes it's really pretty. Oh, I think that's the problem. And the other one, I don't remember. Maybe it washed off on the towel or wiped off on the towel. But I don't have divots or wrinkles in my paper. So it's not fully saturated. So maybe I'm not putting enough coffee. Let's put just a little more on this one. I don't remember what I did in that other one. Editing Amber here. I do apologize for my children. They are in the back playing and fussing and all the things. So I'm sorry about that. That I've done. I will bake. I don't really know what else to call it. I'm not cooking them, but you know what I mean. I'm going to bake them at 250 for 10 minutes and see what we have at the end of, at the end of the 10 minutes. I'll come back and show you what it did and if I like it and all the things. So we'll be right back. All right, so this is, oh, I probably shouldn't have laid it there. Anyway, this is the effects from the first round. I feel like I can tweak it a little bit though. I really like the way it looks. It's interesting. It's cool. But we're going to try some other things. I've seen people do stenciling. I'm not sure how they do it, so we're just gonna wing it today, okay? I don't have a full page stencil. I just have smaller ones. So we're gonna use those. But I'm going to get some smaller sheets of paper. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a few things here that I'm going to try. We're just going to have a little play today. When it comes to coffee dyeing, I'm just going to do everything. I'm just kidding. Not everything. So I went to Dollar Tree the other day and found lots of things. Some little envelopes. Which I love that shape. Oh, those are cards. I love this shape. It's sort of vintage, like a vintage letter. And then I also have blank cards. I thought that would be cool to maybe do the stenciling on. But I don't know yet. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it. And if it fails, then you know. I meant to say what not to do here. We're just having fun. Okay. So I really like this clock stencil that I have, so I'm going to try it for sure. And I think I'm gonna do where did I have? Okay, the rose. I'm gonna do the rose on the other side. I don't know how to do this. We're just winging it. I also have a sketch pad with some, I hope that's not just, it seems like copy paper, unfortunately. I thought it was, I thought it was different paper. All right, so let's do the card. I feel like I should probably do a little more because it's a bit heavier. Just trying to make sure it's covered in coffee. I'm not really sure how this stenciling thing's gonna go. So let's try to center it. I saw somebody like make sure it was suctioned, and then they did a little more of this. In the grooves. Of course it's, I don't know. That doesn't look like it's doing anything to me. Alright, so I'm not sure. I don't know how to do that. It's at this point that I realize I really don't know what I'm doing. So I sit there and think for a moment, and then I shut the camera off and tend to my children, and then I basically just start playing around with it on my counter, and you'll see what happened next. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how I did the stenciling. For some reason, I didn't record any of what I did. So I'm going to go and do that now so you can see. So here is just an envelope, and I'm going to make sure that I do the coffee. I'm doing this, please forgive me. I don't have good recording. I can't put my recording thing over here near the window. So forgive me for the way that I have to do this. Alright, that's good. So now I'm going to take a stencil, try to center it as much as possible. Alright. Want to make sure it's suctioned. For the most part. We're going to take some more coffee and put it on the stencil itself. And at this point, you just let it dry, but I'm actually going to go ahead and blow dry it real quick. Hopefully I don't wake up my kids, and I will show you guys what it looks like when I'm finished. And here it is dry. It turned out really good. Oops. I love it. It's been a few hours. I have been coffee dyeing and stenciling, and everything's dried, and we'll just show you guys what I did. I did a little things differently. Normally I just stencil, or actually I haven't stenciled before. Normally I just coffee dye my paper, and then I lay it all over my kitchen, and it dries in like a few hours or so. But I tried the oven technique, and oh my goodness, I've been doing coffee dyeing paper wrong this whole time. So I highly recommend you guys start coffee dyeing your paper in the oven. Cuts the time in half. It's awesome. Okay, so if you remember, I did cards, an envelope, and some standard size copy paper. And I added a little, so I have a sketchbook that I bought from the Dollar Tree, and I added some of it in here as well. So I just have pieces of that, and they're all I just did regular coffee dyeing, but they all are very interesting, different colors, different shades. I love how they turned out. That's awesome. Okay, so here are the cards. These are super cool. I love these. I can't wait to show you. So the front is just regular coffee. And then the inside is stenciling. Oh, I love how that turned out. Here's the clock. One that I showed earlier. It did really well. Here is a dragonfly. It also did really well. And here, I believe this is just regular. I just put it down on the pen. Yeah. But I love the dots from the diamonds that are in my pen. That did well. This is just this regular coffee dyed card. I think this is the envelope. Yep. This is the envelope. It did really well. Here's just some regular coffee dyed paper, which cut time in half. I'm telling you, it was incredible. So I just want you to know, so there's no any like false narratives here. I did have to put pressure on these pieces of paper to flatten them out because the oven kind of curled them a little bit. That may not happen if you use thicker paper, but since I'm using standard copy paper, it was kind of a bumpy, wavy thing, and I didn't want that, so I flattened them out, and they look so much better. This one is very interesting. I don't remember which way it goes. Either way, it looks good. So the first attempt, the sunflower didn't show through, so I just put some more coffee on it and tried it, and it gave this interesting bubble effect. It was really awesome. I love it. It's unique. Here's some more stenciling. And here's the ones that I did earlier. I believe I already showed those. Yeah, I think I did. And then here's just some more that I did. I'm not too thrilled about that. That's just the symbol that's on the pan itself. And then these other ones that I did, I actually laid a piece of foil down on the pan to cover up the logo, and it didn't shine through on those. So just a heads up. This I love. I love the texture. It's gonna look so good in a journal. And then here's just some more paper that I did. And there you have it. It's really simple. It's really easy. So for the cards that I did, I ended up not baking those because you have to leave the stencil on for it to dry. But all I did was lay the card on a towel, like a dish towel. I was going to try to explain it to you guys instead of show you, but I was like, no, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do another one for them so they can get a visual. So ignore this part. And then I added more coffee into the stencil, just a little bit. And then I just blew it dry with a hair dryer. If you have a heat gun, those work too. So I did not put these in the oven. I was going to, but as soon as I removed the stencil, the effect was gone. So I was like, okay, never mind. So there you have it. That's my coffee dyed paper. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and share this with all your crafty friends. I'll see you next time.